One day, a little girl complained to her father about the hardships of life. She told him that she was living a miserable life and did not know how to overcome all the difficulties she faced. As soon as she overcame a problem, life would surprise her with a bigger and harsher one. Her father was a skilled cook, so he did not say a word. Instead, he asked her to accompany him to the kitchen. There, he brought 3 pots, filled them with water, and put them on the fire. As soon as they started to boil, he put potatoes in the first pot, eggs in the second pot, and a handful of coffee beans in the third pot, and left them to boil without saying anything. The little girl became bored, and her patience began to run out. She began to wonder what her father was doing. After 20 minutes, the kind father turned off the fire. He took out the potatoes, eggs, and coffee and put each one in a transparent glass bowl. Then he turned to his daughter and said, "What do you see?" "Potatoes, eggs, and coffee," she answered in surprise. "Take a closer look," said the father, and touched the potatoes. The little girl did the same and noticed that they had become soft. Then he asked her to break the egg, and she noticed that it had become harder. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee, and she noticed that it was delicious, and a slight smile appeared on her face. "Dad, what does all this mean?" asked the little girl in wonder. Here the father explained, saying, "The potatoes, eggs, and coffee all faced the same conditions, hot boiling water, but each showed a different reaction. The potatoes, which seemed hard and strong, became soft and weak. The egg with the fragile shell turned its liquid into a solid. As for the coffee, its reaction was unique. It changed the color and flavor of the water and led to the creation of something completely new." The father was silent for a moment, then continued, "What about you? When you face difficult life circumstances, how do you respond to them? Do you react like a potato, like an egg, or like coffee?" The moral: a lot of things happen in life around us, and we face many difficulties and painful events, but none of them matter. What really matters is how we choose to react to these difficulties. Do they break us and make us weak like potatoes? Or do they turn us into people who are tough on the inside like eggs? Or do we learn from them and use them to change the world around us and create something positive?